Hi, it's Danielle. So today's session we're going to be looking at the story of Little Robin Redvest. Okay, so we're going to be looking at different sensory aspects of the story and looking at different activities that we can do linked to it and what we do here in school and what you might be able to try and do at home if you wanted to keep doing some activities and listening to the story each week as we go along. Okay, so first of all we're going to say hello. So I've got my drum and my bells ready. Let's go. Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Stretch up. Can you stretch down low? Can you wave your hands to say hello? Hello, hello, hello. Can you bang your drum? Hello, hello. Can you bang your drum? Can you bang it fast? Can you bang it slow? Can you bang it loud to say hello? Hello, hello, hello. Can you shake your bells? Hello, hello. Can you shake your bells? Can you shake them fast? Can you shake them slow? Shake them loud to say hello, 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 hello to everyone. Hello, hello. Let's have some fun. So what we're going to do first is we're going to warm up, okay? So like all the warm-ups that we do, we try and get our bodies moving as much as possible just to release some of that energy so we can concentrate and we can focus on doing our work. So let's try and make them as active as possible. Sometimes this might just be a little walk before we do the work or some finger activities depending on what you're doing. But the one we're going to do today is we're just going to listen to the song of Rocky Robin, because it's linked to our story, and we're going to be just moving every body part as much as possible. You can copy me and we'll start off slowly and we'll build up and build up and build up until we're moving our whole bodies. Are you ready? Okay, so you can stand up and do this if you want. Unstrap your feet from your chairs. You can unstrap your top harness if you're able to work on that core and have a little bit of a wiggle. Okay, move as much as you want or as little as you want, but it's time to warm up. Are we ready? Let's get warm. With a little wiggle.
He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, rock, rock, rockin' Robin, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree, the wise old owl, the big black crow, flapping their wings, singing, go bird, go! Rockin' Robin, tweet, rock, rock, rockin' Robin, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet. All right. Robin. Oh, pretty little raven at the big bird stand taught them how to do the rock, and it was grand. They started going steady, and bless my soul, he out-popped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, rock, rock, rockin' Robin, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet. Ooh, a pretty little raven at the big bird stand taught him how to do the pop, and it was grand. They started going steady, and bless my soul, he out-popped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, rock,
nice and warmed up now and ready to work. Little Robin Redvest. So, like I said, we're going to be doing the story of Little Robin Redvest. So, here's our little Robin. Can you see him? Can you follow him across your screen? So, our Little Robin Redvest. Let's put him back up there. So, can you hear him? That's our little Robin. It was the week before Christmas and little Robin was getting very excited. Okay, so one thing we have done before to create our own Robin, if you want a bigger Robin, is you could, while you're reading the story over a few weeks maybe, or a few days, make a paper mache. So use a balloon, blow a balloon up and make paper mache, and you create it into a Robin. Okay, so just keep building it up and building it up until it's hard enough, and then you can make it and make it look like a Robin. Okay, but don't give it a red belly, a red chest, because if you put a little tiny bit of Velcro or blue tack, whichever you've got at home, you could use your sensory vests that you're going to make later, and you could keep changing the colour vest that the Robin wears then throughout the story and do it that way. And if you wanted, you could put some lights in it and you could make him light up and you could track him around the room. He washed and ironed 7 warm vests for the frosty days ahead. If we were in class now and I'm at school and you were doing this story, we'd have some nice soapy warm water, and you would be asking you to get your hands in there to warm up all those fingers, both hands. Or you could do one at once or both at the same time, and you can practice washing those warm vests. So at home, this could just be a washing up bowl with some bubbles in and some pieces of material or some clothes, some socks, anything. Doesn't have to be vests. Any coloured, I've got my coloured scarves in here. Anything just to get those fingers moving, finding the different items of clothing or just the different materials that are within, and just to get those fingers nice and warm, ready to do some work and to some activities, and just for a nice sensory exploration of the story through using bubbles and soapy water. Each day, Robin went out wearing one of his 7 vests. So, while you was exploring and playing with your bubbles, we'd do that for a couple of minutes, getting our hands in there a little bit longer if needed, and we'd listen to the song of the days of the week, because he has 7 different vests for the 7 days of the week. So we'd listen to that, and while we're listening to that, we'd have a little exploration and a play, and depending on your level and ability, you could try wringing out the materials, getting that water out of them, and even using those fine motor skills to peg them onto a washing line. Okay, so we're going to listen to that song now, and depending on your level at home, you can explore, play, ring and peg, okay? Or you could just make a big mess and splash everywhere. Either one's fine. Are you ready?
Week, days of the 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 week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, 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 days of the week.
I think Danielle used too many bubbles.
Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday,
And then there's Saturday, days of the week.
Right. Well done. So, like I say, depending on what you did through that, we'd listen to that song, we'd have a little play, our fingers and our hands would all be warmed up now because they've been in some nice bubbly water, and we can carry on to the next page. But each day he came across one friend who was shivering because they were so cold. Brrr. So, through these next slides now, we'd be introducing the animals if you've got them, and we'd be exploring cold and hot. Okay, so we'd have something cold, whether it's a nice lolly, some ice, an ice block, anything cold that they can explore and feel. And then we'd replace it for something nice and warm. So a hot water bottle, one of these bags that goes in the microwave that gets warm so they can feel from that cold to warm. Okay, so you could explore with both hands at the same time while listening to the story, or you could feel the cold with both and then move to the warm. And you can also explore the different colours throughout reading each slide afterwards. Okay, so the different colour of his vest, whether it's white or pink or yellow, you could make your own vests and have them that way. Or what we do in class is we make and we explore different materials linked to that colour. So on the day where it might be an orange vest, we'd explore two materials that were orange, and we'd see which one you chose best, that you liked the best, and then we'd use that to make our vest for our Robin, and for his friends as well, as you'll find out in a minute. Okay, so we'd read through the story just exploring the different materials, and then at the end we'd make him one of the colourful vests ourselves by sticking it on, gluing it on, cutting it up, either which way. So if you've got the skills to cut, you can cut up different pieces. So that's for a yellow vest, it's a nice sparkly glittery yellow one, or we've got some for white. You might choose cotton wool, or you might like more the feel of shaving foam or some pretend snow. Okay, you could put anything on, whichever one the child chooses that they like the best, we'd make the vest out of. So now we're going to read the slides of the story. So at home you could get those colours ready. So we've got white, green, pink, yellow, blue, purple and orange are the vests that he's going to give away. So if you want those materials to explore along with your cold and your hot object, your cold and your warm object, you could explore these as we're reading through the story. Okay? Let's get reading. On day one, he met Frog. Frog was cold, so he gave Frog his white vest. This made Frog nice and warm. On day two, he gave Hedgehog his green vest because he was so cold. This made Hedgehog nice and warm. On day three, he gave Mole his pink vest because she was so cold. This made Mole nice and warm. On day four, he gave Squirrel his yellow vest because she was so cold. This made Squirrel nice and warm. On day five, he gave Rabbit his blue vest because he was so cold. This made Rabbit nice and warm. On day six, he gave Otter his purple vest because he was so cold. This made Otter nice and warm. On day seven, he gave Mouse his orange vest because he was so cold. This made Mouse nice and warm. It was late on Christmas Eve and Robin had no vest left. Poor Robin started to shiver because he was so cold. He shivered that much, he fell asleep. So for this one, we'd be trying to shiver, okay? Pretending to be cold. Have a little wiggle, okay? And then we'd be pretending and seeing if we could lie our head down on our trays and close our eyes and pretend to be asleep. Okay, so you might like to use a pillow for this or just a blanket to be underneath to make it a little bit comfier. The idea is that we're listening to those verbal instructions, closing your eyes, see if we can wait and anticipate the next page, okay? So on the next page we're going to anticipate those bells coming, and they're going to start off really quiet and they're going to get louder and louder and louder and louder. So let's have a look at that. He was woken up by Father Christmas and his reindeers. Okay, so what we do for this next page, just to explore, we're going to be looking at using our ears to do some listening. Okay, so depending on what our targets are, we'll be at the left side or the right side or both sides and exploring, and the aim is that we're doing good listening and we can hear those bells come in, because we're going to start off really quiet like I said, and we're going to make our way louder as if they're getting closer and closer to us. Okay, but we're looking to see if children are turning their head to see which direction those bells are coming, which direction Father Christmas and his reindeers are coming from. Okay, so we'll be starting off really quietly as if Father Christmas is a bit further away, and then we'll start to get a little bit louder. Hopefully we can hear these by now. And then let's get as loud as we can. And then we stop. And they'd stop because Father Christmas has stopped with his reindeers to pick up the little robin. Okay, so you might like to practice that a few times just to see if you get the same reaction each time. Okay, so we're going to do it again. We're doing it at a different side this time. Start off quiet. Loud. And then stop. Okay, so you're looking for that head movement to listen in the direction the sounds are coming from, and if they can anticipate that, stop. Okay. And then we're going to move on to see what happens next to little Robin. Because he had been so kind to all his friends, Mrs. Christmas gave Robin a bright red vest that she had knitted. Robin was now lovely and warm. So for this one, similar to what we did before, we'd explore two different red materials to see which we like the best. And then we'd make him his own little red vest for our Robin. And explore it with the hot object that you had before. You know, you might be able to feel it through the paper, but either way, you can feel that material that you've chosen with that warm, because now Robin has got his own vest, and it's a nice bright red one knitted by Mrs. Father Christmas, by Mrs. Claus, and he's going to always be warm because he's got his very own red vest. The next day was Christmas Day. Robin was so happy, he sang to everyone to wish them a Merry Christmas. And now, remember I said I was going to do it to you. I know we're only on the 24th of November, but we're going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas, like little Robin did, because he was so happy on Christmas morning. So now we'd all get together and we'd sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So the one we're going to do, we're going to practice our signs, and we're going to sign We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So if you want, you can sign along at home, or you can just watch, get your bells or any instruments that you want, and just sing along that way and join in that way. Okay? Are we ready?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well done. So, that is our story finished. Little Robin was very happy by the end of it, and it was nice and warm. Okay, so now we're going to finish by turning the lights off, turning our sensory lights on, have some bubbles at home if you like, and listen to our finish, relaxing, wind down song. Okay, so that's bye from me. Bye! And I hope you enjoyed the story and you can do lots of activities. Link to it later. Bye!
Together each day, walking in our classrooms and then going out to play. We used to meet to sing and to pray, and gather for assembly to kick off the day. But now the new rule means school's change. We don't know when we'll meet again, but even though we're in lockdown, we won't be locked down, 'cause we're still a family, and we're looking to the rainbow, because we all know there is hope for you and me. A new day will come, 'cause we're still a family. A new day will come, there's hope for you and me. We're getting used to learning online and talking to our friends on WhatsApp and on FaceTime. And even though we are missing